Hello, my name is Henry Renfrey. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you the basics on how to use Blockbench in a short video. First, I got a generic model, and I'm going to name it Train Station. And then the first thing that I like to do is save this file into a folder. I'll save this file in a folder that I got on my desktop called Blockbench Tutorial. And I named it Train Station. Click Save. And then next thing I do is use this plus sign to bring in different meshes. It could be a cube, it could be a pyramid, plane, circle, or whatever you want. Now I'm going to use a cube. So hit confirm, and then you have a cube. Next, you bring in textures. Textures are things that I made in my favorite paint program. I always use paint.net, but you can use Photoshop, GIMP, or whatever program you want. And basically what I made is a sprite sheet. And these are just the different parts of what I'm going to put into my train station. You got the walls, I got the tracks, I got the front of the room, and I might use the same area for the back of the room. So these are just the different parts of my room. So then I save that file as well. I'll save this in the same folder in which I put my Blockbench file, that which I've named Train Station. After saving it, next I go back into Blockbench, click this, then select the train station sprite sheet that we made in our paint program. Click open, and then face mode, and then I just take the textures and put it on each side of the cube or shape that I added earlier. Just put it on all the sides, like so. And then in object mode, you could move it, you could resize it, or you could rotate it. In object mode, you could also change the positions and sizes, and you can also rotate it over here too. Okay, so now after I added all the sprite sheets on each side, you can select the face that you want to work with, and then you'll see the sprite sheet that we added onto the cube. So then you just use these arrows, or you can use these points too, but I'm going to use the arrows for what I want to do. And whatever you do over here is going to show up on this face right here. And just move it accordingly to the way you want it to look. And you just do that for all your faces. I'm going to select this face right here and do the same thing. And just keep doing that over and over and over and over and over. You can either click this plus and keep adding shapes that you have in this box right here, or you can duplicate this and turn this into something else. For example, this time this could be the tracks or whatever you want to mold. Like other programs, you can stretch the faces and stuff like that. But as for me, to get it to look like this, all I did was just kept adding shapes and kept changing the faces, like I showed you earlier. Then do it again. Then do it again. 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 Use the right mouse button to pan and left mouse button to turn, or you can use this gizmo right here to turn also. And this is the basics on how to use Blockbench, or at least how I use it. I didn't really use all this other stuff, but you can if you want. Till next time. Thanks. Bye.